What's up, guys? Tender's here with my buddy Nick,
I
and we're playing some Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. We're on Chapter 6, Part 2 of Part 1. Yeah.
part two, part one. Wait, what? Part two, part one.
No, it's Part 1, Chapter 6, Part 2. So Chapter 6 and Part 1 has two parts.
Okay.
So it's like 1
Oh,
6 2.
okay. That makes sense.
So this first turn was really frustrating. I had everything planned out. I spent like a minute or two planning out all
Oh,
the first moves so it would look smooth and nice, and then Jill missed, and so it's
ooh.
all ugly now. So I'm trying to figure it out. Anyways, how's your
Anyways,
day?
oh, it was good. I went to college. I went to work. I played some Mario Kart. Yeah,
Sick.
that's basically what my life's become. So
You just got a Switch, so that's pretty dope.
I did just get a Switch. Yes,
How do
I
you
finally got a Switch. So
and
I'm
you
not one of those
and you have Mario
unbearable
Kart, and what else do you have?
Breath of the Wilds.
Game's dope.
That game is dope.
Unpopular
I
opinion.
beat it.
That game is not as good as everyone says it is.
What?
I don't think that game's as good as everyone says it is.
Breath of the Wild?
Yeah, Breath of the Wild.
What? No.
I actually dislike that game for most of the time.
I'm not
I
processing this. You don't like Breath of the Wild.
I was into the first. The Great Plateau was great. I love the first hour or 2 hours of that game, and then it
Oh,
opens up, and not that I didn't have fun with it, it just felt so aimless, and that's just not my kind of game. So
no, that's the perfect game is completely aimless and you just get to explore. It's pure exploration and that's what I love about it.
but it's pure exploration with no reward. What do you get for your exploration?
Uh, Nothing.
Korok
Just like
seeds?
real life.
Get out of
Just
here,
like real
Korok
life.
seeds. Get some more shrines. The shrines were pretty dope, not gonna lie. I
Yeah.
like doing shrines.
Well, you can get the rewards from the shrines, which is nice. Korok seeds you can use to level up your what do you call it, backpack or rucksack? I don't know.
I don't know, they're trying to
How?
justify how Link can carry a million things in his back pocket, I think. By saying it's like magically increased by.
No, I don't think it has anything to do with
Oh,
that.
it totally has everything to do with
I think the reason they chose to do that was because it was just a smart way to I don't know level up Link. It was just magic, little Korok seeds that.
that. I'm just
Uh,
messing around. I I honestly don't like that game very much, but it is good. I do recognize that it is a decent game.
yeah, it's a fantastic game.
Mm.
Just
So you would give, if you
right?
were to review Breath of the Wild, you'd give it a 10?
Eh, yeah,
Just like
yeah. I
everyone
think
else in the
10,
world?
10 on average.
You
Maybe
took,
like a 9.5 because the ending is kind of left me a little I don't know unfulfilled.
see, that might have been part of it for me. The ending was so weak. It
And
was
what?
just, I mean, I
Is it
guess,
just like
spoiler
it
if you
just
haven't played Breath of the Wild, I guess. But man, it, I like what they went for with how Zelda was all like, "Do you remember me?" And if you've done all the quests and stuff, I get it's like, of course you remember who she is. But like, I don't know,
mhm.
it's kind of heartbreaking if you think like, oh, what if he doesn't remember her? Sad.
Yeah, it just leaves so much open. It makes me so sad.
Makes
But
me
I
want a
just want
sequel.
more. I think that's what it is I just want more. So it kind of feels unfulfilling for that alone. Which I would say, hey, nice critical. Very nice.
Dude, Edward wants me to use him so bad, but I can't because he sucks.
Yeah. I remember the first time playing this, I really wanted to use Edward and the whole Dawn Brigade, actually. But there's no point.
That's the thing. they're outclassed by like you have Edward. Guess what? You get Zahart like 5 chapters later, and he's everything Edward is, except you don't have to invest anything in him. He's
No,
just awesome right
he
out of the
starts
get go.
off as a sword master.
Uh huh. And like not even like a sword master with bad bases, like a sword master that is extremely usable throughout the entire game. He is
Yeah, from
he'll produce throughout all of part 4, even end game if you take him.
how do you feel about using what Stefan? Stefan?
Stefan.
Stefan? Stefan Funk?
I so Path of Radiance, he's really good,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion. He is a late game sword unit that, in a game where sword units desperately need some 1-2 range and they don't get any outside of a couple magic swords that aren't very good.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, Stefan is a decent addition to any team. I feel like if you're, I don't know, if you want a sword master and no one else turned out, if your Mia sucks, which she probably does because Mia always sucks.
And then there's Zerg in both games, and he's usually pretty good.
That's the thing. I've heard people say that Zyharg, so Harg, is the best unit across both games if you take both games into account. I wouldn't
Mm,
agree, but he's really good.
I'd
Uh,
say he's the best sword master you get.
I would agree with that. I think, especially in Raiden Dawn, he is without a doubt the best sword master you get. He comes great, ends great, and there's a wind edge available early in the Dawn Brigade. You just give
Hmm.
that to him, and he's really usable.
Yeah.
1-2 range is super important, especially on hard mode.
Okay. So do you use both Jill and Har? Or are you just a Har guy?
I have in past playthroughs. I've taken both of them to the end game before,
Uh huh.
because a forged silver axe is still like. I mean, it's not as strong as Irvin, but I think it has like 18 or 19 might. It's still that's still really, really strong.
Yeah.
It's not the 22 might that Irvin has, but totally usable.
Right.
And I don't know, more flyers is always good. Flyers are great, and Wyvern Lords are ridiculous in this game because
Yeah.
they aren't weak to anything but thunder, and there's like no thunder mages ever.
Alright. Alright.
That's my opinion, though. What
Well,
about you?
I'm a pure Har guy. I don't. I just discard Jill immediately. So, in
I
fact, it's probably the only flyer I use in the end game.
Har,
Har. Yeah.
he's so good. He really is.
He is.
What is he?
He's.
He comes at level
Okay.
12, promoted, right? And
Mm,
there's the whole thing where he can like solo the final chapter of part 2. He's just really good.
He is. So I know. I don't see any use in using any of the other flyers. But I'm also not the kind of guy. I hate some of these people that you'll read their guides online. They're like, just don't use people that suck. Like don't use anyone in the Dawn Brigade if you did, because they're awful. But I mean, this game is playable even if you use the Dawn Brigade till the end.
Well,
I think.
it really is. I mean, the weakest characters in the Dawn Brigade, Meg and Fiona, are
Hmm.
like usable. But that's the thing. That's how every Fire Emblem game is. There isn't a single unit in any Fire Emblem game that you absolutely cannot use. I mean, sure, sometimes it's hard, and it
Yeah,
takes a lot
some
of
are
extra
much
investment of
difficult.
time. But there's not a single unit in all of Fire Emblem that is impossible to use.
Yeah, you can't use from when you get them till the very end if you want to put the effort into it. So,
Yeah. All right.
but
So
that being said, I'll never use Fiona or Meg.
I never have. I've beaten this game so many times. I never will. So at this point in the map, I'm kind of frustrated. I placed Soth in a place where the boss would be able to come attack him, but not Kanto away.
Hmm.
And I didn't. I honestly thought he would move first, and his other enemy unit guys did, and Soth didn't kill the guys. So I didn't draw the boss out, which is really frustrating. I was gonna have the game won this turn, have Micaiah come kill him, but didn't happen. I just wanted to explain my
It-
strategy for someone watching. I wanted to draw him out, make him use his full movement, and give Micaiah another boss kill. What are your thoughts on Micaiah? Do you like using Micaiah?
no,
Why?
no. Even when I first played it, and I thought Micaiah was gonna be the coolest person ever, and I don't know. She just never turned out well for me in any of my playthroughs that I've ever played of this game. And it's, I don't know. That's it. She's too slow. I think that's really the biggest thing is that, especially endgame, she can't do anything. She's
Yeah,
got some pretty good weapons though. I mean, she gets Thanny from the start, which is nice, and you have to use her, so you have to level her up. But yeah, I think Soth is. I think even Soth is better endgame than Micaiah has ever been for me.
yeah. The only thing that gets Soth in trouble is the late promotion. He has the forced promotion in part 4.
Yeah,
He'd be much better if you could promote him along with the other Dawn Brigade units in like what is it 413, part 4,
yeah.
chapter 13, where you're defending against Ike's Grail mercenaries.
Hmm.
I think Soth had potential to be a great dagger unit, but the thing is, I don't know. He's outclassed by Volk in like every way, except that you have to bring Soth. So bringing Volk into endgame would be redundant.
Yeah, it's two dagger units. I guess Bulk is kind of nice because he has lethality, but it doesn't proc enough that it's. I don't know.
So that's something I talked about in another video. I hate skills in Fire Emblem that are purely chance. So you've played Echoes, right?
I have played Echoes.
So there's the combat art. So if you use an Iron
Yeah.
Sword so much, then you learn like Wrath Strike and Wind Sweep, I think it is. And
Uh,
when and being able just to activate those at the cost of some HP, which is like negligible when it's like 4 points versus your 40 max HP or whatever you're at. It's I don't know. It's much more reliable. You can strategize around it if you want to,
hmm.
and you there's no luck involved, is what I'm saying. And I hate when it's like, oh, if I proc Luna here by the whatever the 10% chance I have, then everything's gonna be fine and work out. It's basically
Yeah,
just a glorified critical hit at that point, and it's pointless to me.
yeah, that's fair to think about. I like how you brought up it. You can use it more strategically because you still have that risk of especially in Echoes, you have magic units that already are putting out a lot of HP every time they attack, which is I think kind of cool. But yeah, you have the added risk of hey, I could use a skill right here, do some extra damage. I can take out this guy, but like you said, there's more strategy to it than just luck. But here's the question: I don't know exactly uh, if it's the same with skills, but I know with criticals and with like hit rates and stuff, they do something called a double roll.
Yeah, it's in the community. It's the double hit. I mean, not true hit is what they call it. Yeah,
Yeah. So is it the same with skills?
I honestly could not tell you for sure. I have a feeling that it is. I feel like they would do double RN for skills as well, but I honestly couldn't tell you for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Because if you are rolling the dice twice,
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Skills
it's
definitely
it's
make
the
a
law of
unit.
large numbers thing going on with it, which is I don't know. I think I liked how Echoes kind of took that away. If I remember correctly, Echoes did away with the double roll, which I really liked because, you know, bad things could just randomly happen. Like, sometimes you just would get hit with that 1% hit rate versus, in later games when they did introduce the double roll or I forgot what you just called it.
True hit.
True hit. It, I don't know. It just doesn't feel as uh, natural or as
Well,
yeah.
it's to
natural.
it's to reinforce. It's to make the player feel good. You know, if you have an 80% chance to hit, and that really like rounds up to like a I can't remember what it is. There's a chart or something. It's like 87% chance to hit or something. Then
Yeah.
the player is gonna feel better about themselves. But anytime you miss like a 75% chance or higher, you're like, come on, game. You get frustrated with the game. It's not, oh, my bad strategy. Which, if you're relying on 75% chance hits to hit, you're probably in a bad spot.
Yeah,
But
because yeah, you are more likely to miss
yeah,
at that with the single roll versus a double roll.
yeah. I mean,
And
I don't think single roll in a game like both Atelius games where hit rates are generally really high. I don't think
mhm,
a double roll would, uh,
would really change much.
like yeah, the lack of true hit would change much.
Hmm.
But I don't know if you've played any of the older games like Thracia 776, like you get an even genealogy of the Holy War, you can just get screwed over by a single RN. You'll have like the
Yeah.
99% chance of hitting, and you miss, which the chance of that happening with double RN is like astronomical. It's like 99.9 something percent chance of hitting.
Hmm.
So it becomes really frustrating. What are your thoughts on Tyranio? Sorry, back to the gameplay. I just realized I'm having him tank like everything here. What are your thoughts on him?
I don't know. I kind of treated him like a Jagan character on my playthroughs, so I didn't
How do you treat
use him.
Jagans?
What was that?
How do you treat Jagans?
I use them only when completely necessary,
Huh. Okay.
but for the most part, I just kind of try to avoid using them.
Yeah, understandable.
Experience to players or not players to units that need it a little bit more.
Uh huh. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So, all right, it's been a while since I played this. Do you have to talk to Fiona to recruit her, or does she just show up at the end and is like, "Hey, what up?"
She shows up at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, if you talk to her, she's just like, "Thanks for helping us," but she stays a green unit. You
Hmm.
have to just help her survive, and you get
Okay.
bunches of bonus experience if green units survive. So,
Hey,
got to get all that BXP, bro.
hey, look
And
at all
here,
those live and green units.
yeah, kept a lot of them alive. I mean, quite a few died.
Mhm.
If I would have flown Jill all the way to the top right away, it would have been, I would have saved them all and had Bola run all the way up there. So, just saying, I usually don't care for Volag all that much. I know he's
Mhm.
like supposed to be really good, but on this playthrough, I've been like, I'm just gonna trust that he's supposed to be really good, and he is. I mean, he's obviously a huge crutch for the early game. I mean, he's the only Domber grade unit other than Soth at this point, and Tyranio, who hardly counts, who can take more than 3 hits. So, and here we win the chapter because
Toronto.
I just wanted to win. I don't know. I got Micaiah that kill, and because I wanted to get her some experience. We got Paragon. That's probably gonna go on Micaiah, just because favoritism this chapter, and I want Micaiah to be so good.
Oh,
Uh,
you're really pushing to use her, huh?
yep, yep. All
All
right.
right.
Well,
Awesome.
that is it. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, I got news.
News.
Ready for news?
Oh,
I have started a Patreon page. So you 51 subscribers of mine, go check out that Patreon page. Help me grow. Donate $1 or two. It'll help me out, motivate me to make videos. And it'll be great stuff.
where do you find you on that Patreon?
The link is in the description.
Oh, cool. That's good.
Yeah.